Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down at all your feet.
Good morning, my people.
Make me higher, make me lose my breath, make me wanna.
Money buys happiness. And we are here. Do you know what I literally said when I was driving on the way here? Money doesn't buy happiness. I was pretty happy in the R8. It's like that money, not.
I'd rather be crying in an R8 than crying in the streets.
Yeah, good. It's been really busy with work though. So we're currently at VRS at the moment. So we've got like a limiter problem with the R8, and yeah, just trying to get it fixed. See if it will get fixed, because it only goes up to 6k RPM, which is so not cool. It's supposed to go up to like 8.7 I think apparently. So let's see where we get to and if they can resolve the issue. But what's cool is under warranty, so massive thanks to Callum and Martin Cars for sorting it, and let's see where it goes. I was thinking of getting Car to drive the AMG because he came with me just in case they can't fix it in time. But yeah, essentially we didn't, and I regret that choice because it's such good weather. Do you know what it is? I also wanted to see the AMG like in action too, so that would have been really, really nice because the weather is super cool for it, and it would have been nice to see just both cars like riding together. So I got some B-rolls, obviously, as you guys probably saw, and then now we're just waiting for the R8 to be moved in and get checked out.
Large intestines.
What's that?
Hog fun. Watan hog.
What's that?
Beef.
Oh, the lens is steaming up. What's that? That?
Squid. Deep fried squid. Cow stomach. Hagao. Prawn dumplings. Whelks. Sea snails. Baby octopus. All that. Silong bowels. All mine in my stomach.
And we are back from lunch. I've got a food coma. So we got currently here. If I'm honest, I don't know what he's taking off. But he's taking most things off, and it looks very, very interesting. Now, I think one thing I love about seeing these kind of cars is it's like one of those things where it's like an operation theatre. You've got all of these around it as they're working around and taking it all off. But as it's kind of getting worked on, I really do like the idea of how everything is sitting at the moment.
Well, I can put you in, it's boring because it's just ping with fucking mileages continually.
Right, so I don't even know what's going on because look at that is just all open mess. And Will is going to tell me something which I never thought I'd ever hear, was there was something in the engine bay.
Something living in the V.
Yes, in the V, so please tell us, kind sir.
So, obviously the reason you bought the car in is because you had a 6,000 RPM rev limit, and I think you already did a little bit of digging and you were told it could be an all temp sender. So we obviously had the car in. We looked at it outside, and there's two sensors, sensor 1 and 2. Sensor 1 being the level sensor and inside the oil tank, sensor 2 being in the middle of the V. So unfortunately it's sensor 2, which means inlet manifold off, which is, it's just lots of pipe work, etc. And you've got to be really careful. You've got to take the fuel pipes off, things like that. So obviously we pre-ordered the parts because we knew that it would be something to do with that. When we took the inlet off, we noticed in here there was lots of leaves, but there was also like sound deadening in here, which they don't normally have. Well, that's been dragged in, I believe, down here by an animal. So I'm guessing a mouse, and it has made a little bed down here, but it's obviously been hungry because this is the wire in here for the oil temp sender. That's why it was reading -40, and that's why it was giving you the 6,000 RPM rev limit. So, but it's also chewed or feasted on this solenoid sensor here, this red wire, and also the wiring loom here. I don't know if you can see that there.
I hope you guys can see it, guys.
It's just basically there. You just see it just there. Look, but the wires look okay on that part. I'm going to have a deeper look in a second, but I think we could just probably tape that up. This bit, this is going to need basically a plug and a pair of wires, and then this wire here, I should be able to, it's not chewed all the way through, but what I'll do is I'll get a new pin and the new pins come with a length of wire, and then what we'll do is we'll pull it back, and then we'll join the wire here with a connection that won't go dry, so it'll have a proper connection, and that'll be that repaired and this repaired. Hopefully they'll have the bits. We have TPS next door, so that's Volkswagen parts suppliers, so they're directly next door, so if they've got the parts I can walk around and get them. So it's not having to wait, it's whether or not they've stocked in the parts.
So they're just checking now.
So ultimately these plugs, they are notched. There's a little notch there. If I've got the same plug on, we have wiring looms that are sort of like ones that I suppose you could say we require from engines. We get things like that where we don't need them and we use them for parts. It may be that I've got one and I can just cut that off and then join it here and then repair it that way, but we don't want the car to stay. You need to get home and that needs repairing. We're also going to fit the oil temp sender anyway, because those wires have probably been I don't want to put it all back together and it have shorted the sensor out, and the sensor's 50 quid. The O-ring's like £5, so we'll do that and hopefully it'll be okay.
And I have an interesting question. That was really cool, but the mouse, I'm interested. How did they survive in that with me driving?
Well, I'm guessing it's left, so, and that's its bed in there. I mean, all the rest of the leaves are in the Hoover. There was loads in there. I hoovered it all out. So I'm guessing it was living in there, and then you probably went down the road and got to about 5,000 RPM, and he'd left the chat, didn't he? He was just like, see ya. He's gone. So yeah, but I think he's definitely not still there anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was.
He would have been really hot.
When he just told me that, I was like, oh man, like I hope I haven't burnt him or cooked him in there, because that would probably be.
Nah, he would have. I would have thought as soon as you would have started it, or it would have been started, he would have just done one. So
the next question, for that to happen, that must mean the car must have been sitting there for a little bit of time or something like that.
I mean,
is it really
at
hard?
the end of the day, these cars they're not really an everyday car. Some people drive them every day, but a lot of people drive them at the weekends. So I'm guessing like if this car was parked somewhere, it could have been in a garage, because little marshering garages all in the house. We don't see them normally.
That's true.
So normally, if in winter, it's going to find somewhere warm, and if it can feel the heat, if it walks under there, feels the heat radiating off the engine, it's probably just going to go and find somewhere warm, make its little house for a few weeks, and then yeah, it's tube through the wires, and that's it.
To be honest, Mr. Mouse, if you're watching, I don't blame you. I mean, like, there's no hate. I mean, there's under warranty, so fair enough. But
to be fair, I think he owes at least 3-4 weeks rent. Let's be honest. So,
can you please at least come back and pay rent?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That would really help, because we've both taken a day out and we've spent a lot of time on this. So thank you, Mr. Mouse.
At least he's not squatting. That's the main
yeah,
thing.
that's true. Thank you, Mr. Mouse. And I hope you and the family are safe. Love to you. But peace. Right, well, thank you. If people want to hit you up, where do they find you?
Right,
if they've got any problems?
I'm going to get on with it now, try and do the repair, and then you can show that afterwards if you like, then we can put the manifold back on. So
awesome.
We normally take the manifold out if we're doing a job on if we're doing a decoke or something, but on this plug here and this water pipe's quite tight, so the best thing to do when you're doing the oil temp sender or anything in the V is just lean it up on its end. We use a bonnet prop, and we don't have to take it completely out then, it just saves about another half an hour. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you very much, Will. All right, we'll see you guys in the next clip.
Bill, you are a man with the plan, mate.
Fixed it, aren't I?
Fixed.
There you go.
There's no limit. There's no limit.
Just need to map it now.
What's going on, guys? I feel like this is a time travel. We're currently in London at the moment, and in, as you know, my favourite, the Mayfair Hotel, and they've given me a nice room again. Well, most of their rooms are quite nice, but I must say I do really vibe this real nice little bathroom mirror that I've got. Currently in a gilet, there's a blazer underneath and a black t-shirt. I'm going to film today, I'm going to manage this. Also got a podcast I'll be filming. I'm filming my podcast, filming my podcast and then filming with Funded next. This is one of my favourite smells at the moment. So, 1, 2 on the wrist. Can't see this. Back of the hair and on the hair. So then when you lean in, it smells nice. So, on that note, I don't really know where I'm going with this because I'm feeling very, very funny right now. I'm gonna go get a coffee. I'm gonna get the Uber to the podcast studio. Oh, my bag is heavy. and then let's start our day. Oh look, it's my car. Oh look, it's got a parking charge. Yeah. The reason why I thought that is because paying the parking ticket is actually cheaper than parking in London. How mad is that overnight? I think it's like 70 to 80 pound per day in the multi that I wanted, but this is right outside the hotel and only pay 65, and then it's just so much closer. Moving things into it just makes life 10 times easier. So time to get a coffee and then book the Uber, and then time to get these podcasts. More and more of these podcasts coming in. That's one dream. The barbers and coffee shops that we have at the moment, I want to be able to open one in London. So that's going to be quite cool, because we said it in a vlog right now, and hopefully maybe a couple of years, maybe even closer, it happens. So let's go get a coconut flat white and then take it from there. Man, I miss London. It's nice. On way to podcast studio, and we've currently got, I'm trying to bid for this plate at the moment. So I'm going to see if I win this bid, and it ends today at 12:20. Then we've got a new vlog coming up, and I'm actually watching Kimmel's video as well whilst in the beautiful sights.
Look baby, I'm way too high to be worried about what a nigga say about me. I'm way too fly to be coming down dishing out game for the free.
And we're back. This is like a different lens. I just wanted to see what you guys think of it. I don't even know if you guys can kind of tell. The stabilization on it's a lot more. I think it's probably because it's got the image stabilization on the Sony. So we just wrapped up the 9th pod. It's the 9th pod I'm interviewed. Then I had one with Sanj yesterday, which was honestly a really good podcast overall. So currently in this setup, and we're filming, and I did some short form, and I'm going to do some more short form today. I am getting to a stage where brain fog is happening. You can tell even by the way I am zooming this in. Then we've got one camera there using the lens. Irene's setting up the lovely lighting over there, and all of this. After this, we're going to go eat sushi at Kokioto. I've got a table reserved for, what can I say? Oh, this is the day in the life. POV. I was tired 24/7, but when we come to shooting that content for you guys, the energy will come up. Look at the tears that's coming out. That's the passion I have. So let's get to it. See you. I've just finished my meetings, but damn, what? I've just literally parked outside Mayfair, and just to see these cars parked too. We have got an SF90 over there, and we have another 488 there. What a wicked lineup that is. That's why when we're always parking outside the Mayfair Hotel, you see all these nice cars, because we've got Rolls Royce here. So it's like literally a Ferrari dealership just up there as well. And it's inspiring to kind of see these cars. So let's get some B-rolls of these cars and see how it goes. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Hope you guys enjoying everything so far. Remember to like, share and subscribe. So thank you once again. Champ out. Peace.